welcome to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. My name is Jessica. My YouTube channel was formerly named Beautiful Jess, and if you are my ride or dies who always support me on my videos, first of all, thank you so much. But as you can see, I did kind of change up a few things on my channel. So yeah, take a look and see what I changed. But before we get into this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are already not subscribed. And yeah, so in this video, I'm just going to be doing this simple, easy, festive holiday look. Well, it can be an everyday look because it's pretty much this is me. So hopefully I directed you guys well, and yeah, so let's just jump right in.
Oh my god, I almost just filmed a whole video with no sound.
So in today's video, I just want to do a very easy, beginner friendly, you know, a little simple holiday beat. Yeah, so anyway, let's talk about my hair that you guys saw in the intro of my video. Yes, I relaxed it. I know. I relaxed my hair because, honey, I was tired of it. Basically, I had virgin natural hair. I've always had curly long hair my whole life. I just really got tired of it. You know, my arms, from doing my hair every day, combing it out, detangling it. Oh my god, I will cry so much. But if you are new to my channel, I will insert a photo of what my hair used to look like. But let me tell you, I live in the South, so I am really enjoying my straight hair. It's so easy to manage. I've been kind of washing and conditioning it one time a week. I just wrap it up every night using my Mazzani products and then other products that I enjoy using. I make sure that I sleep with a satin bonnet on my head. So yeah, it's been great. So before you ask why, because it's my business. Okay, so y'all know that I barely ever come on camera without my eyebrows already filled in. I decided to hold off on filling in my brows because there are some people who still struggle with filling in their brows, and I'm not saying that I'm perfect at doing my brows. So what I'm going to show you is my own personal technique. I'm not a professional makeup artist. I just love makeup. So yeah, actually I do have a product that I wanted to try. It is this the eyebrow pen by Essence, and it is supposed to be semi-permanent. So it is going to be my first time using this actual pen, but usually I just go in with my Maybelline or my Ultra Slim brow pencil. They are my favorite brow pencils to use, and I like to use like a clear brow gel. Is your personal preference. You can use tinted or you can use clear. It's up to you. I also like to clean up my brows. I try to only stick to cleaning up the bottom of them, and I try to make filling them in very simple. So hopefully you guys can follow. So wait, let me go ahead and just pull y'all in just a little bit closer just so you can kind of see my brows. So this is the closest that I can get because I am already a great distance away from my camera, because you know I want my background to be kind of blurred, so the best way you can get that is to push the camera on back. I usually start off with my brow pencil, and then again I'm using my Maybelline Ultra Slim brow pencil, but I want to try out this little pen, and if it doesn't work I will just go back to using my brow pencil. I am going to do just one brow with you and then I will do the other one off camera. So usually I start by just kind of outlining the bottom of my brow. And oh my god, this is going to be hard for me because I love to be up close to my mirror. So let me try not to cover you guys up. Okay, I'll do this one. Okay, so I start by outlining my brow at the bottom. And I'm just pretty much following my natural shape. And I try my best to keep my brows groomed. And when I say groomed, I usually just kind of pluck the straight hairs around my brows. I don't usually go get them waxed or anything like that because people, they take your brows off, trust me. Okay, so see here, I'm just following the curve. Hopefully you guys can see. Yes, okay. Okay, this is usually how I start my brows. And then I go to the top and then see how it's really sparse in this area right here. That's where I want to add the pencil. But should I go ahead and try this other thing? Okay, let's try this little pen thing first, and then I'll go back to the pencil. So again, this pencil is called the Eyebrow Pen by Essence, and it's just a little 3-prong marker type pen. So I don't even know if you can. Okay, so it looks like product does come off, and then that's what it looks like. And I guess it's like, I don't know, it kind of looks like liquid eyeliner. But anyway, we shall see. So because it has the 3 prongs, I guess you can get hair-like strokes with this. So I'm going to start just by going up, just following my brows. And I'm not sure if anything is coming off. Okay, go up. I don't know how I feel about this just as of yet. My guess is that you probably need to store this thing upside down, but I don't feel like anything is coming off. Okay, maybe it is. I actually don't know how I feel about this little pen. I don't think it looks bad at all. Okay, I'm dropping it. But I am going to take my Maybelline pencil and just go on top. But I think it looks okay. So I'm going to fill in right here, because that's where I need it. And then I'm just following the shape of my brow. And then I am going to have to fill it in a little bit because that little pen didn't do much. Okay, so I think that that looks okay. So I'm going to take the spoolie part of my brow pencil and just brush it up. Basically just to distribute the product through my brow. Okay, that actually doesn't look bad at all. So now it's time to clean it up. To clean up my brow, let me wipe this stuff off my hand. So I'm going to use my Too Faced, what is this called? Too Faced Peach Concealer. It's called the Matte Instant Coverage Concealer, and I have it in the shade Peanut Butter. So to clean my brows up, I'm going to use the Morphe M421. It's just a little tiny brush that I love to use to clean up my brows. What I'm going to do is just take some of the product on my brush just like this. And I love this concealer because it's really creamy. It does have like a slight peach scent to it, but I mean, it doesn't bother me. And once you put it on your face, it pretty much goes away. So I'm just going to dig into the concealer and get it on my brush, and then I'll kind of just place it on the back of my hand just to kind of work off my hand. Or you don't have to do that. You can just dig in the jar and then put it straight on your eyes. Just do whatever you feel is good for you. So starting at the front of my brow, I'm just going to basically trace or outline what I did. And make sure you also brush the product down just to blend it down. And then that's pretty much it. That is how I do my brows. So then I'm going to take like a little fluffy brush, and for this I'm going to use the Morphe M173, and then I'll basically just take this brush and just blend the product out. Now if you outline the top, you would of course have to blend the product out on top, but I really try not to do that too often. Usually the next step I usually do is my eyeshadow, but today, because I am keeping it really simple just for a little festive look, maybe using 2 to 3 shades. I think I just want to do my complexion first, and I was going to use my Fenty foundation because I have actually been enjoying this foundation, especially with the cooler weather. During the summer I'm not too fond of it, but it's been my jam. But I just got a delivery and I ordered the Bounce Beauty Blender foundation. It was like on major clearance at Sephora, I believe it was half off, so it was $20. And then I am Rouge, so I used 500 of my points because I have so many of them, and I got $10 off. So I basically paid $10 for a $40 foundation. I'm not sure if this is my shade, but we shall see. So the shade that I chose is 4.10, and the only reason why I chose this shade is because if you know Tina, the fancy face, I always try to pick my foundations according to what she picks, because for some reason I think we are kind of the same shade with a similar undertone. So yeah, this is the shade that she used. So, oh wow, so this is how the Beauty Blender foundation comes. And I don't have any information on this foundation because I'm not familiar with it. I basically just want to try it. If it's my shade, then I will use it today, but I will still do my technique the same as I would with any foundation that, you know, I'm used to. So anyway, this foundation, first, before I put on my primer, I want to see if this foundation matches me. It says to, it has some sticker. Are you supposed to take this sticker off? Okay, so there was a little sticker on top of the little button. So I know that you are supposed to get the product on this little plate, and then you can pick it up with your beauty blender to apply it to your face. I don't always apply my foundation with a beauty blender, but I will today because I don't think I brought my foundation brush in here with me. Baby, you have to sit down, okay? Be quiet. So I have company. My daughter is like sitting right here. So if you hear this little bee, she got bees in her hair. So if you hear that, it's her. So you have to be still, okay? But anyway, let's try this foundation. Oh, it has a little lock button. So I want to see if, are you supposed to hold it up? Wait, let me shake it. It's not coming out. They would send me a broken one. Wait, is it? Okay, there it is. Oh, that is definitely not going to be my shade. I can already tell. That is so dark. Oh, wow. Oh, wait. I think it will match me. Why does it look so dark on here? But, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Okay. Wait, let me put it on this side so I can kind of see it better. It is really neutral. It's cool. It's cool. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't ever know my undertone. I don't know if I'm neutral, if I'm cool tone, what. I know definitely I'm not golden or warm, because those foundations tend to be orange all the time and they just don't match me. But I think I can make this work. So let me wipe it off. What I remember about this foundation, that it is pretty much a natural finish, maybe matte. I know it's not dewy or glowy, but we'll see. So first I want to start off by using my Glow Recipe Ultra Watermelon, I'm saying this all backwards, Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist, just to kind of put some moisture in my face. Okay. And I do want to use a really dewy, glowy, hydrating primer. And you don't have to use a primer. That's personal preference. You can use something like, if you go with drugstore, you can use something like the Maybelline Prime Blur and Smooth Primer. I really do enjoy this for being a drugstore primer. But today I'm going to use the Glowy Makeup Serum by Laneige. And to me, using a primer is kind of a good thing, especially if you use a hydrating primer and you're using a matte foundation. That way later on in the day, your foundation, you don't feel like your face is dry or like your face is sucking the life out of your makeup. So that's why, to me, a primer is really great. And also for making your makeup last, I think it really does help. So, you know. But anyway, let's go in with this Beauty Blender foundation. So I'll do like, well, I said I was going to do 3 pumps, but it's like not coming out anymore. Wait a minute. Okay, there it is. That looks so dark on the palette. So I basically am just going to, oh my God, that is so cool tone. Am I cool tone? I'm gonna just do it on one side just to see. I might have to add some of my Fenty foundation in. I don't know. I just feel like cool tone foundation makes me just look so dull. Like it doesn't give any life to my skin. So that is one layer on this side of my face. So I can't really tell that big of a difference, but I'm not a full coverage kind of girl. I'm okay with a light or medium coverage. So let me just do it how they want you to do it. I'll just put my beauty blender on the little thing here. And when you start off blending in your foundation, you do want to start off in the middle of your face and then kind of blend it down. Because if you start off and put a bunch of foundation down here, and then you're going to really look like you have on makeup. So you want to start in the middle of your face and then blend it down. Okay, I actually don't think it looks that bad, but I don't know. Let's go in with just a little bit more just to see if I can build it up just a little bit towards the center of my face. Okay, so the foundation actually doesn't look that bad in person. I do see it is a little bit darker than my neck, but you know, I don't mind it being a little bit darker, but it was very easy to wipe it off. So yeah, and I'm just gonna put it back in the box. So let's go ahead and just do the eyes. If you want to, you can complete the rest of your face, like your concealer, your powder, your blush, your bronzer, whatever you want to do. But I will go ahead and just do my eyes really quick. So it is not necessary to use an eyeshadow primer. You can just use a concealer, or you cannot use anything. It's really personal preference for yourself. I like to use concealer sometime, and then sometimes I like to go in with a primer. So the primer that I'm going to use is my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in Eden. So I actually own two Urban Decay primer potions. I actually have a few of the original, and then I have this one. So you can use any one you like. This one, the one Eden, has more of a lighter base. So if you want your eyeshadows to pop, you can go in with a lighter based eyeshadow primer, or you can use a lighter based concealer. So I mean, it's all, like I said, personal preference. And then I'm just gonna take my Morphe M173, the same one that I used to clean up my concealer. I'm going to use it to blend out the primer on my eyelid. Oh, and once you get your eyeshadow primer laid down, you can choose to set it or you cannot set it. It's up to you. So I'm just going to put some of my Sephora MicroSmooth powder that's like nothing there. I actually have two of them that are pretty empty, so I need to go to Sephora to get some powder, but I'm going to dig my little brush in there and just get a little bit, and I'm basically just going to focus it on just the crease of my eyelid space. That way I can blend right there, but I do want the lid to kind of stay tacky, so if I decide to put shimmer or metallic right there, it'll kind of help it to stick. So my eyeshadow palette of choice today will be my Nars Extreme Effects eyeshadow palette. This is not a new palette. I really have been enjoying this palette. It does come with only like 4 mattes in the palette, so you get these 4 right here in the center of the palette, and then you get kind of like some metallic shimmer eyeshadow formula, and you also get like an eyeshadow eyeshadow kind of topper type formula. But I basically am just going to probably stick with these 3 right here, and then I may use like the bronze because I really just want to keep it simple. So going in with this deeper burgundy brown right here. This palette is really pigmented, and I love the formula of mattes in this palette. So I'm actually just going to just dab it here on the outer part of my eye, also to the middle of my crease, and I'm basically just packing it on for now, and then I'll go ahead and blend it. And again, I do want to keep this eyeshadow look very simple, So I'm probably just going to use 2 shades in this palette. This shade here and then the bronze. I may go in with a lighter shade just to blend it out. So after you get it all kind of just built up on your lid how you want it, and I only went in the shadow maybe twice because it is a really pigmented shadow, then you want to either wipe off your brush or go in with a clean brush just to blend out the edges of that color. So now you can see that after blending it, it got a little bit lighter. So then you can go back in with that same color and you can just build it up again just to add a little depth back into the look. And when blending, please do not forget about this part of your eye. Because if you leave this part without blending it, it's going to look like you have literal stretch marks on your eyelid. So I'm going to go back in with this lighter shade right here just to kind of add that to the edges. Right under my brow because I want to kind of see a gradient. I'm going to go back in with the original brush. I didn't put any more product on this brush. And then I'm just going to blend. And that is pretty much all I'm going to do with that. So right here, like I feel like I always get the shadow kind of built up right here. So what I actually do is take like a big fluffy brush and just blend it like this. And then you can also blend it. See the edge right here? After we put the concealer on and clean it up, you'll end up with like a sharp line right here, and I don't like that. So I'll take this brush again, and then I'm going to blend that edge out again. For the metallic, you can actually just go in with your finger, or you can use a brush, whatever works for you. So I'm going to use this bronzy shade right here, and then I'm just going to kind of just dab it on my lid. I am going to go back in with the brush with more of that shade just so it can look neater. And then right here you kind of have a line where you have the metallic shade and then you just have the matte. So then you just go back in with just a dab of the matte on your brush, and then you just kind of blend those two together just like this. And that's the eyelid. Okay, so moving on to concealer, what I'm going to do is use my Pat McGrath concealer, and I am using the shade M18, which I really think that I can go lighter, but that's the one that I have. So usually what I like to do is just place the concealer right in the inner corner right here, and the purpose of concealer is for number one, to cover up any discoloration right here, and then also to make you look woke, you know. So, and then I'm going to take the concealer and basically clean up the eyeshadow. Remember, because it's going to leave that line right there, then I'm going to blend it out. So you want to put the concealer just in areas that you would usually highlight on your face. And you don't have to use this much concealer. And I'm bringing it on my nose just to kind of get a natural nose contour. So you don't have to use this much concealer. This is just me. So I'm putting it here on my chin. And then up here. Just so I can get like a highlighted effect. And then I'm not going to get that much of a highlighted effect because this concealer isn't light enough. So then I'm going to go back in with my beauty blender, and I'm going to start off here to blend it out here, and see, it pretty much just blends in and melts into my skin because it's just not a light enough concealer. I am going to do my under eyes last because if you let it sit under your eyes, you can let it dry for a second and then you'll get like a little bit of extra coverage. And then make sure you blend out the edges of the concealer. And so what I mean by the edges is your concealer may stop right here when you're blending it out, so you want to get the edge of it right here just so it can blend down into your skin. Usually was set under my eyes with my Sephora MicroSmooth powder, but it is pretty much empty, so let me try to get a little bit of it because I just like the way that this looks. So this is the powder that I'm talking about. So I'm gonna get a little bit of it, and I don't think nothing's coming off. But this is what I usually would do with it before I go in with a loose setting powder. Yeah, nothing's coming off. So I will use my Fenty in the shade Banana. I usually would go in with the brush, with the blender, beauty blender, with my loose setting powder, but I will put it on with the brush first. And so you see how we have that line? I don't like that. A lot of people leave that line there. I hate that line. Now I'll just go in with the beauty blender just to set the rest. So I'm just going to follow here. So basically everywhere that I put the concealer. So while I'm letting that part of my face bake, I'm just going to take a little bit more of that powder and just kind of set the rest of my face. So while I have the powder on my face, I'm going to go in with my little brush right here just to get the edges right here, this part that I told you I don't like. And then see how that went away compared to this side. So that's what I'm talking about. I don't like when people leave that there. I think that looks tacky. So I'll go ahead and just dust the powder off on my nose, which I probably could have left it there for a second. And then dust it off here. And then I'm going to go in with my sponge just to push that product in. So it may seem like a lot, but because I'm having to talk about every step, it may seem like a lot, but it's really not a lot. Once you get the hang of doing your makeup, then it pretty much goes by pretty fast. So I'm not putting anything on my bottom lash line because it's personal preference for me because I have sensitive eyes. So the only thing I put on my bottom lash line is mascara. You can put eyeliner, you can use a colored eyeliner, you can use brown or black, whatever you like. You can put mascara, you can even put false lashes on your bottom lash line if that's what you want. But I'm not going to put anything but mascara, and I'm going to do that last. So we can actually just move on to bronzer. So for bronzer, I'm just going to be going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer in the shade Cappuccino. I like to use Cappuccino, and sometimes I use Mahogany. Just depends on how I'm feeling. I do have both of them, but today I'm going to use Cappuccino. So I'm just going to use this brush I'm using is by Ulta. It's a bronzer brush, and I really love this brush. So I'm going to start off just by warming up my face, just everywhere that the sun would basically hit. So you want to make sure you get your forehead like right here, and you basically want to bronze in a 3. So then you do here, follow the shape of your face, and then get down here, and then that's all you do. And make sure you get your nose too, because you don't want it to like disappear off your face. And you see how I put the bronzer on my nose and it just look crazy. So I'm going to actually just go in with a little bit of my powder and just trace down here and here and here, just like that. And I'll let it sit there for a little while, and then you'll have like a natural nose contour, girl. So I want my bronzer to be a little bit more defined, so I'll take a smaller contour brush and just go right into, what do you call these, the dips under my cheeks, I don't know. I'm going to go in with a little smaller brush, and I'm using this one right here, and just go right underneath. I usually would use a sponge right here. Oh my god, it's all over my shirt. A sponge, but to me it leaves like a really harsh line, and I don't really like that. And then they call this reverse contour. So guys, I actually accidentally knocked my mic off of my shirt when I was dusting the powder away. But for blush, I'm going in with my Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo in Spiced Cinnamon. To set my face, I'm going to use the Milk Hydro Setting Spray. I like the product of this setting spray. I do think that it helps my makeup to last, but I'm just not very fond of the sprayer on the bottle. And then I'm just going to take my beauty blender just to push all of that product in. Okay, so I went on ahead and just combed my hair down, because if you are wearing your hair wrapped up, this is something that you want to do before you put your lips on, because your hair is going to stick to your damn lips. So, but anyway, so with this being like a simple glammed up look, so you can basically use any lipstick or lip product that you would like. You can go with a lip liner and a lip gloss. You can go with like a really festive red, a maroon, a dark vampy lip. You can go with just a simple lip gloss. So if you are doing like your little Zoom calls with your family for the, for the holidays, for Christmas, for New Year's, you can look really cute with your little easy makeup application and just have like a nice lip. But if you are leaving your home and going to a family member's house, just be careful. Make sure you wear your mask. But if you are wearing a mask, you're probably not going to want to put a lot of things on your lips. So you can either just go with a plain lip gloss or just like a matte lipstick. So for me, I thought about putting on a red lip, but I don't think that it's going to match with the eye look that I have today. So I'm actually just going to use my Maybelline Superstay ink crayon, and then I'm just going to top it with my Pat McGrath lip gloss in, what shade is this? For Real. So I'm basically just going to outline my lips kind of and fill them in with this lip crayon, because you can use this as a lipstick and you can use them as a lip liner. So, you know, that's up to you. I mean, so that's pretty much it. And then I'm just going to actually top it with this lip gloss. And then you don't have to put anything on it if you don't want to. But, you know, personal preference. Okay, so guys, that's basically the finished look. Very simple, very easy, something that you can create on your own. Hopefully I made it very easy to follow. I think it is, because I'm a simple person and simple makeup is what I do. If this was your first time ever running across my channel, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button on your way out. And if you are already subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing to me. I know that I'm not as consistent as I want to be, but you know, life happens. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you're not. And I will see you guys in my next video. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.